Hey guys, and welcome back to round 5 of season 2 of our F1 2010 career mode, and today we head to Spain, which was a very difficult round last season, and I expect it to be similar here today, but the first 4 rounds of this season have been very successful for me and the Team Force India, mainly because of me, and no help from Adrian Sutil. He's been really bad as a teammate, my ex-rival from season 1, and he's basically my rival in season 2. You've got to beat your teammate, that's the first rule of the intra-team battle. But we've had 4 top 5 finishes to start this season. I'm hoping that can continue for the majority of this year. We've not had a retirement yet. We've not had a bad race yet. So hopefully the good form continues here today. Just before we get into this one, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And let's check out the championship standings heading into this round. So Mark Webber's had a fantastic start to the season. He's scored 83% of the available points so far this year. Not too dissimilar to the domination that we've seen Max Verstappen have the past couple of seasons. James Early, we sit in 4th place right now, 47 points after 4 rounds. My teammate Adrian Sutil, only 3 points. So it means our Team Force India have 50 points. And we're in the battle for 3rd place in the Constructors, Red Bull and Ferrari, the 2 runaway teams right now. Let's get into qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. Qualifying, finish 4th, and the race, finish 3rd place. And here we are in qualifying 1, and once again it's a wet session. Should be nice and easy for me to get through to Q2. Full wet as well, not even the intermediate tyres, so wet conditions. From now on I'm going to run 80% fuel instead of 100% fuel, because I think maybe it was making our results a bit too low with 100% fuel, so I'm going to try 80. Rounding the corner to complete my first lap in qualifying 1. This should be enough just to get me through in these conditions. It's a 1:37.5. Will that be enough? Some say early domination might bore fans. We're through to Q2. The drivers knocked out are the usual drivers. Hulkenberg in the Williams knocked out. Barrichello scrapes through. My teammate, where is he? Adrian Sutil, 6th place, looking good. And it's raining for qualifying 2. Well, it says 100% chance of rain, but I see the option tyres next to the car, and it is spitting. So maybe we need to get out there quick and get a lap on the board. This might just be okay to get a lap on the option tyres. What in the world? It's giving me control of the car at like half speed. Anyway, here we go down towards turn 1. And around the final corner we go for my first lap in this session. Might be the only lap I need, actually. I think we're the first driver to set a time of 1:28.6. That'll surely be good enough. And we march on to the next session. Adrian Sutil is through as well. 5th and 7th for the Force India crew. Jenson Button in the McLaren knocked out. Robert Kubica 13th for Renault. Some big names knocked out in Q2. 9 cars out of the 10 already on track. I'm not on track yet, but 0% chance of rain. Let's give it one flying lap and see if we can get maybe 4th or above. That's the objective. Around the final corner, a fantastically clean lap. And it is 10th place. 10th place, absolutely nowhere near anybody else in the session. Maybe I should have run half fuel instead. Really, Sutil? Really? I could have gone much quicker, but Adrian Sutil has blocked me starting my lap. Okay, one final attempt. Come on. That curb in particular, very scared of. I'm just going to turn. I don't care that Rosberg's there. Rosberg, I'm on a lap, mate. Get out the... Brilliant. Cheers, mate. Thumbs up for Rosberg. I think I could have got, yes, 8th place. If that lap was a decent improvement. Anyway, Vettel on pole ahead of Alonso. Ooh, Alonso on the front row at his home Grand Prix. Adrian Sutil up in 5th. Maybe we could win this somehow, starting in 10th place. Who knows? Maybe this will be the day that James Early wins a race. Starting in 10th, we're starting on the option tyres. If it does somehow stay dry, we're pitting lap 23 for the primes. It's a 66 lap race with 70% chance of rain. The Spanish Grand Prix is next. The grid is set. Sebastian Vettel from pole position. Can he win back-to-back races for Red Bull? Adrian Sutil up in a top 5 position. And his teammate James Early in 10th place. Both Force Indias scoring points this season, but Early scoring most of them as we await the lights. There they are, 3, 4 and 5. And the Spanish Grand Prix is underway. And it's a very long run down towards turn 1. There's Jenson Button out of position in qualifying. He goes past the Force India of James Early. Kubica goes past as well. Breaking into the first corner, there's yet another driver on the outside of James Early. It's Pedro de la Rosa in the Sauber making a good start. So Early already down 3 positions to 13th place. And who knows, it could get worse before it gets better. This is a very difficult circuit, as we found out in Season 1 of this career mode. But 1 sector down, only 66 times 3 minus 1 sectors to go in this race. 197 sectors to go. There we go. If that rain hits, I think that's when we go quick. Oh, no. I tapped that curb going into the final corner. That's an auto spin curb. So 2 laps down, and we are already almost 11 seconds off the race leader, Fernando Alonso. Alonso jumping past Vettel at the start of this one. Could we see a Spanish driver win the Spanish Grand Prix? Oh, there's a yellow. There's a yellow, somebody in the background spinning around. No idea who it was. Suttel up in 5th place. This might be the first race of this season that Suttel actually finishes ahead of me. But just look, like every race this season, it will come to me at the end of the race rather than the beginning when the AI start to slow down. Losing 3 seconds a lap to Fernando Alonso right now. Suttel, he's in 5th place. I feel like it's just going to be me circulating the track all the way up until my pit stop, just in this position. Never mind, it's about to get exciting. It's just started raining. Rob telling me we have to watch out for the switch to inters or wets. So it might be about to kick off quite early on in this race. I was expecting it later. When it rained in Malaysia, we were not incredibly fast on the intermediates, but the full wet tyres is when we were really quick. Oh, slightly wide at turn 3. Buemi to my inside. Can he outbrake me for turn 4? He's not going to try it. Oh, the rain starting to pick up. Bit by bit, the rain gets heavier. It was from the World Trade Center, yes. Can't be long away from the switch to intermediates. Lap 11 out of 66. Oh, people are in the pits. The drivers behind me have gone into the pits. So maybe we pit this lap to sort of stay ahead of those guys. Okay, into the pits we go for the intermediate tyres. Intermediate tyres on. Let's go, go, go. 5.6. It's not bugged out this time for the Force India. And away we go. And I see my rivals coming down the main straight. They're to the left of me. And they go past. That's Buemi. To where he goes. It might just be Buemi who gets ahead. It is. So we lost out there to Sebastian. We're on the intermediate tyres now. Maybe we'll be quicker. Who knows? Even in the intermediate conditions, it looks like Buemi is faster than me. So 14th place right now. And we are 45 seconds behind the race lead. It's only lap 15. Suttel right now only 4 seconds off the race lead and in 4th place. Adrian Suttel having himself his day of days so far this year. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? Kobayashi through. Wide turn, what was that, 9? Right, these tyres are really starting to go off. I think I'm going to box for the wet tyres. Wet tyres. Yeah, we're really dropping off now. It has to be wet tyres now. How did it suddenly become wet conditions rather than intermediates? Into the pits we go. Alguersuari queuing behind his teammate Buemi. Nice stop for the Force India crew. 5.6. Let's go, go, go. We'll rejoin this race in. Seems to be 15th place, so we've not actually lost any positions. Lost a bit of time, though, to Kobayashi. Oh, yeah. Oh, there is so much grip. It's like being in the dry. This game is so broken. We are catching Alonso big time. 41.7 to the lead now. Maybe they've just forgotten to pit. Oh, boy. Yeah, that just stepped away from me there. We are closing on Kobayashi, though. It's getting pretty close. Oh, Kobayashi and Buemi side by side. Running up the hill. Who wins out in that battle? Buemi holds on to the place. We're catching a train. A train that leads up into the points. So hope has been restored in the early camp. Force India with a big smile on their face now. Somebody's holding them all up. Can't quite work out who it is. Yeah, I think it's a Mercedes. Great run here on Kobayashi. Can we find the inside line for turn 10? That's what I'm going to try and search for. Up the inside. Oh, boy. Outbraking Buemi as well. And I think Kobayashi might have hit him. Oh, it's Glock holding everybody up. Robert Kubica. Sorry, fella. You're just pinned in behind Glock. And now we're up to 11th place. And actually, I think we're only about 5 seconds behind my teammate now. I think there's more traffic in the way. It's Di Grassi in the way. I'll just look to the inside of De La Rosa. Don't mind if I do. He's fighting back. akin to Kubica versus Massa at Fuji. And De La Rosa holds on to it for now. It's not going to last long though, mate, is it? Up the inside. At his home Grand Prix as well, De La Rosa. Well, we're in the points, and we are essentially at half race distance. I can see my teammate. My teammate's at the head of this train. So Adrian Sutil, who was at one point 42 seconds ahead of me, is now a matter of mere few seconds in front. Schumacher struggling out of that chicane onto the main straight as we now have completed half race distance. Petrov and Schumacher, little bit of contact there. Now the Renault has been passed by the German of Schumacher and is about to be passed here by the Force India of James Early. Up the inside to the final corner and takes the position because Button took the number 1 and 2 to McLaren. Oh, to the outside of Schumacher, that'll work. But he's keeping it in there. And there's De La Rosa going real slow. Is he missing a front wing? I think he is. Yeah, De La Rosa's got an issue. So we've got past Schumacher. De La Rosa jumps out of the way. We were battling with Pedro only a few laps ago. So I don't know how he's fallen a whole lap behind and he's spun and crashed into Schumacher. He's taken 2 other drivers out of the race in the background. Pedro. Not at your home Grand Prix. And round goes Mark Webber. Incredible stuff. Schumacher's still in the race. De La Rosa's still in the race. So 5th and 7th place now for the Force India team. People starting to slow down here. To the inside of Button, into the chicane. That's how we do it. And Fernando Alonso only going around the final corner. But we've really closed the gap to the leaders. Anything's possible in this race now. Now it's teammate Adrian Sutil versus James Early for a top 5 position in the Spanish Grand Prix. Sutil has not finished ahead of his teammate at all this season, and it seems to be going that way again. As up the inside into turn 1 goes Early, and he's taken the position away from his German teammate. I think we'll have a chance to overtake Massa here to the outside. Although we're sort of boxed in with Rosberg slowing as well. But there's Kovalainen making himself a real nuisance. And we're just trying to find a way through. To the outside of Massa again, this time for turn 7. Going to run wide, and he's going to hold on to that one. Podium, why stop there? How about the race win? To the inside of Massa into turn 10, the hairpin. A great overtaking place. But Massa, he's going to have to back out of that one, and he does. Early up to 4th. Where are you going? What are you doing? Make it over, Leiden. Oh, Karun Chandhok, you absolute lad. Yeah, just hold up Rosberg, and I'll go around the outside of Rosberg to climb up into the podium places. Okay, it didn't quite work out this time. Excuse me, Chandhok. Just let me through, mate. Trying to defend the outside. Lunatic. He's gone back up my inside. Dude, just let me through. You're a lapped car. Get out of my way. Into the chicane. Give me the space. Come on. This might be my first ever victory. More back markers to give me more chances to overtake. Can't see much there with the spray. There's a Lotus in the way. Is it my old teammate Jarno Trulli? Here to help out his beloved James Early. We'll go to the inside of Rosberg and the inside of Vettel into the hairpin, turn 10. Pin to the inside though with Vettel to Red Bull marching around the outside to hold on to that second place. Down the main straight. Sorry, Sebastian. Thank you, Jarno. Up to second place. Can we get after race leader Fernando Alonso, who has traffic of his own? So we have about 17 laps to go, including the lap I'm on. And Alonso, when he's not got traffic, is faster than me. In more recent times, what if Rosberg didn't retire? There's a yellow. Is that... Oh, it's Alonso! He's in the wall! Alonso's crashed out of his home Grand Prix. And through goes Early into the lead. Incredible. Oh dear, what's happened there, Alonso? I've been gifted the lead. I need to just hold on to it now till the end of the race. Maybe a James Early Championship fight is on the cards this year. Think back to Schumacher 1996 Spanish Grand Prix. Wet weather masterclass for Ferrari. His first win for the team. And now think to James Early 2010 Spanish Grand Prix. Wet weather masterclass. His first victory for Force India. There's drivers in the pits. I'm guessing they're going on to the intermediates. I am lapping 7th place Adrian Sutil. Why are they so slow in these conditions? And we have 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go to claim our first ever victory in Formula 1. Rounding the final few corners. James Early has turned up in Spain, conquered the conditions, and will exit this country as a Grand Prix winner It's win number 1 for James Early in Formula 1. It's win number 1 for Force India in Formula 1. A fantastic race weekend, capped off in the best way possible. Chased by 2 Germans, James Early fights them off, fends them off, wins by 72 seconds. That just proves how broken this is. We won by 72 seconds, lapped everybody but 3 drivers. My teammate Adrian Sutil did score 2 points in the end. And we saw 3 retirements, De La Rosa, Senna and Hamilton. In the end, where did Fernando Alonso still finished 6th, surprisingly. Webber scored no points. In the championship, that means I'm up to 2nd. I'm only 11 points off Mark Webber after 5 races. Brilliant, brilliant result there. My teammate Sutil is now level with Kubica on 5 points. Force India, though, still in 3rd place. McLaren have slipped down to 5th place. Red Bull still leading the way. Ferrari have got past 100 points. Well, there we have it. We are Grand Prix winners, and it only took 24 or 25 races. Our first win in Formula 1. Force India's first victory. And once again, it was a story of we weren't there in the first half of the race. It came to us in the second half of the race. It would have been a great battle with Fernando Alonso in those final laps. But he crashed. He crashed out of his home Grand Prix. And we were there to pick up the pieces and claim 25 points. Maybe an outside shot at the championship after 5 races. We're only 11 points behind Mark Webber. We'll see how things go. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.